Let's start today's episode. Today's episode is all gonna be about Steins Gate, the anime. What is Steins Gate? Why is Steins Gate always on my anime list? Number top 10 animes, always top 5 animes. As you can see over here, I have tried to make an overlay. Let's try to change it. Yeah, over here on my anime list, it's always like on top 5. As you can see right now, it's at top 3. Steins Gate, the anime. It's received by more than 2.5 million people have ranked it on top 5 anime. Why it's on top 5 anime? What's specific about it? What kind of like story is it? What's the anime about? What's the vibe? Most of the people would say that it's all about time machine. Have you ever thought about a microwave, banana, and a phone used as a time machine? That doesn't explain a lot, but it is what it says in the description. Synopsis. Why do they like tell different names for our description? What the fuck is this? Oh, sorry. Don't have to curse. Not bad. I'm going to try to like put out a layout for 30 or 1 minute session to just say a background noise, and then I start the video in order to like test it just by starting it. That would be awesome. I would try to make some kind of thing like that. So let's try to get into it. It doesn't like explain much about the anime in the description. It says that in synopsis that we use microwave as a time machine. Wouldn't that make an anime top 3 of all the animes? It doesn't say anything which is eccentric. So what kind of anime it is? It seems like it's a slice of life or chill anime with sci-fi elements in it. It doesn't make it top 3 anime on the My Anime list, which is kind of bizarre. It was on top 2 for the most time until the free reign game last year. I forgot when the free reign game I ever see about that. But over here we are today speaking about Steins Gate. So let's discuss about Steins Gate. I think it has 1 movie and 1 sequel. Steins Gate 0 and this one, the Steins Gate, the like normal series. So let's get into it. What should I talk about? So anime is, how is the anime vibe? Is it chill? Is it sad? So it is kind of heavily based on time aspect, timeline aspect. There are many aspects in like time related series. Is it a time infinite loop? As a like I don't have to give any kind of spoiler, so like there are some there is one series based on time loop, so it's not based on time loop. Wait just a sec, let me pull out the other review side of things. Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so we can just see it over here, this side. This is more like visually appealing and all. I have tried to max it out. It seems good. Now it's over here. Bam. Okay. So there are many different kinds of time aspects in anime. So what kind of time aspect is it? That would be discussed further down the video. So right now we are discussing like how it is on the vibe side. What's the vibe? So vibe is kinda how to use the brains. So psychological vibes. Psychological means usually you have to use somewhat of a like mind in order to see it. It's not a brain dead anime. So some aspects of that, and it's a bit sad. Some aspects of that, and yeah, so that's how the anime is. What's appealing in the anime? It's all about timelines, how different timelines work and all. So if you don't like time aspects of any of the genre, you might not like it. It's based on sci-fi, means like there are some like magical things in it, and the other thing is time related. So these two are the themes of the anime. So if you don't like any of these themes, like either magic side or either time side, you might not like the anime. So let's move into the other part, why it's like on the top 3. There are many time related animes like what was that, Tokyo Revengers, which was I don't have to talk about that, but like many people liked it because though that anime was one of the gateway anime to the anime genre in itself. So yeah, but this one is totally different. That's why it's on like top 3. And what's the aesthetics like? So aesthetics wise, it's pretty good. It came pretty many years ago. I don't know the exact year, and I don't tend to know the exact year. Why? Because firstly, I am lazy as fuck, and secondly, it shouldn't matter because like most of the anime, it shouldn't be mattering that what kind of time we see it in. Like I usually see story as a story wise, like how deep the impact was of the story in general. So I don't see the time impact, I see the story impact. How are the graphics or the visuals used to tell a story? Story is main thing for me, so I will always talk about the stories or different kinds of plot it went into. Because like graphics and all the things are being meddled with, or most of the things in the entire like production of the anime, manga and all, many things are being meddled with. So the main point is story. how well the story is written. Some aspects, like many of the people go into the anime usually because of some characters, so I can understand it, because like most of the anime I watch is because of one or two characters, but story aspects, like story matters a lot. So this is heavy story based anime, one of the heavy story based. It's not like based on world building, there is not too much world building in it, but the other aspects are pretty like over there. So we talked about the anime. Now that was it, like that was without the spoilers. Now all the other things will include some kind of tiny bit spoilers here and there. I wouldn't go too much deep into the anime things. That's why I'm not showing you any of the clips in my videos. I wouldn't be showing you the clips in my videos if it's not spoiling anything. I would show it. Otherwise, I would not try to, because it takes too much time in like getting that video clip out of the anime. And also the other thing is it ruins the fun to the watcher. If someone is watching, if someone is planning to watch it, it ruins the fun. I think it ruins the fun, because my hyper brain is always like, yeah, it's some parts of it, even if someone say I forgot that thing, but if you see it directly, it kind of ruins it. So I would try to put it out, layer it on it, and even like try to make interesting parts of which I like. So now there would be spoiler parts. So let's talk about the characters just a sec. Character things. So the anime is all about timeline. Now there is a spoiler, like all the spoilers would come out. I personally like the anime. Many people think that when they go in the anime after 9 episodes, they think that it's not doing anything because it literally doesn't do anything. But from the first episode, many people don't like the anime from the first episode of this, because the Hyoin Kyoma, the mad scientist, the protagonist of the story, doesn't seem like a genuine guy. He just seems like a guy who puts on a coat and seems like he's trying to act out pretty tough, but he isn't pretty tough. He's just like acting it. It doesn't seem that interesting at first. So I went into it. Wait, I think, yeah, this one is it. Hyoin Kyoma. Is one of the like lines is El Psychogru. So I put that as a password of my like smartphone for around 2 years, because I freaking love it. The anime in general was freaking awesome, because I was edgy as always, and even now I'm trying to be edgy, because being edgy moves us out of depression and other worldly boring stuff, because world is boring, and like being edgy is fun, it's awesome, it's cool. We made our own universe, it's fucking awesome. Yeah, so he claims to be a mad scientist. It's freaking awesome. We get into the anime. It's like about time, and you all might be thinking, oh yeah, so like it generally starts with the time. He knows all this shit he's doing. Nah, he doesn't know any of the shit. He tries to wing it. He tries to different ways, and he study the theories on it. Everybody around him thinks that he's a lunatic. He doesn't know what things he's getting into and all. So it's kind of very interesting just getting into it and just thinking, what the fuck? When does it supposed to be interesting? Yeah, and even though it is the third anime, many people would suggest that you should at least give it 9 episodes to become like to make it interesting. But I don't think it's like that deep. Why? Because like usually I see anime in different styles. If I like one character, I might think that he might be something like I can sense that he might be doing something weird, and I just like it because of his quirkiness and all. So I was watching just because of Kyoma, because he's trying to be mad scientist. Hyoin Kyoma, real Psychogru. That was the code name. I like edgy stuff, and he was edgy, so I was watching it, and it became interesting when the first text went back into the past, and people can't seem to see that thing as interesting, but I thought that was one of the greatest thing which could ever happen. Why? Because as if you know anything which Mendel's with time, Mendel's with the entire timeline, so that thing is a deep stuff. Like most of the things related to time is pretty deep, and also like this series in general perfectly depicts the thing which it puts out. This series, now one of the biggest spoiler of the series, it's all about timelines, different timeline segment, means like line pathways. So there are different concepts. Like some stories are about time infinity, means like the entire fate and entire world is being repeated again and again in different kinds of settings. So like entire multiverse is not there as a concept, but like the one timeline is going through and through and through, everything is connected to everything, and which dies and which grows again are the same thing. That's time loop concept. This one is time pathway segment. So time pathway is something like let me get a book. Time segment concept is pretty interesting. It's very, very interesting. So time segment concept is all about a cube. Take a cube, and if you are playing any kind of snake and ladders, if you are playing any kind of if you ever played like Monopoly or games like that, games like such, you might be a question. You might be like having different kinds of outcomes every time you play it, right? you might be like, sometimes you might win pretty big, sometimes you don't, but that wasn't the concept. Sorry, I ran through again some of the weird stuff. So yeah, when you like it's a dice concept. Line pathways of the time segment is pretty like awesome concept. Let me try to like put it in like some simple as words. So like, if you have a dice, you throw the dice, so every single that dice has 6 sides, so every single side has one pathway. So if you put 1 in the dice, it goes in certain like timeline, certain things will happen. Your dice will only move 1 forward, and it doesn't seem that like time changing in long thing. But what happens if you got 2? So imagine this: if you pull out 1, you get a car. If you pull out 2, you get like a big house. And you seem like, yeah, but doesn't that happen naturally? So imagine this: if you pull 1, someone might get very interesting, like very interested in their game, so they will try to win a lot, so their entire mindset would change. So like, it doesn't mean that you are the only one changing in the lines, all the things around you are also changing. So this is very awesome concept of, oh yeah, I do some stuff over here. But yeah, usually like time stuff is pretty interesting because it just doesn't like affect like one person, it affects all the person around them. So series or like any anime or any like media in general who talks about like time related stuff, it's very interesting to me because it's always like, it's not just one person, it affects the entire universe in general, which is freaking awesome, which is just marvelous. Even in like if you talk about Doctor Strange, it affects everyone, so it's freaking awesome. So this anime, it's like starts as, let me put it out over here, transition. So if this is the prime timeline, if this is the prime one, oh sorry, it's the other one, other side one, damn. So it might like it's going straight, then he like put a text in, he puts a text in, so he goes in this way and this way, and after that he puts one more text in. The text goes in past and changes something in his timeline, and he goes into that timeline to like experience that certain thing before it came to him, so he can change the past timelines, which was very interesting. From like around, I think the second episode, the first episode or second episode was all about just make that thing working from microwave and all, which is kind of seems silly in everyone's mind. But let's just think that he's a crazy man who is kind of seems like stupid and like intelligent at the same time. So like that kind of characters are very interesting in any anime in general, because they would do something crazy which is out of their league or mind, which would be greatly impacted or connected to the story. It would have alternate motives or something deep beside the like normal thing. Whichever thing they do, they have something in their brain in order to do or be in that mindset to do that thing, which is very interesting to me. So like he sent one of the mail which changes the timeline in 1 or 2, which where the thing happens and where the thing doesn't happen. So like over here, it's a big tick that it happens, and over here it doesn't happen. So 2 timelines where something happens and something doesn't happen. But it doesn't like just change that. Even when you like roll a dice over here, let me change. Whenever you roll a dice, there are 6 different possible outcomes of your life, which changes from that particular time point. There are 6 different time ways or timelines which changes. In one pathway, you will be eating something new. In one timeline, you would be doing something different. So every single point of like in circle, there are infinite points joining at one point. So it's very fascinating at me. I am trying to like go too much deep inside it, but that singular concept is basically the entire series Steins Gate is talking about or trying to explain in the anime as its general concept. So it's very interesting. So there are different timelines it goes, and the most interesting concept in it is like Yoin Kyoma in the future, he tries to like make a device which which says that over here, when I say that this is the prime timeline, so where he doesn't like change anything, it's the prime timeline, so it's nearby like the number 1. So he tries to make a machine where it says that the prime timeline is 1, and how many like how much further you are to the prime timeline. How much further means like there are different like different taxes he sends, so that much further he goes from the timeline. So if this is the prime timeline, he goes this much further than the prime timeline, and he tries to change it. It's very fascinating, like to change that thing and to have a specific number for that. And it also connects with the like real world something, real world time related stuff. So there's some like particle accelerator which happened in that particular time, so that's also included in the anime, which was very fascinating. Also John Dieter, one of the famous guys where the controversy different kinds of theories are that he's a time traveler and all, which is also like mentioned in the series. series again and again, which is very interesting. So all that kind of concepts are very fascinating and which are mostly on the point if time related stuff happens. So that thing is fascinating in itself to give Steins Gate a watch. That's why it's the one of the top 3 best anime of all time. I think many of the people like it as one of their best anime of all time on because of how fascinating and how awesome of the concept it teaches us or like makes us come to life. It's similar as many of the brilliant philosophical subjects. Many people see the world as different kinds of ideas. So if they got any kind of great idea from something, they might think that this is the best thing out there. That's why many of the religion and philosophies are so much captivating, and I freaking love Steins Gate. This part of Steins Gate on how like awesome of idea it like converts into anime and tries to tell it in like fewer episodes. It's fascinating, and also there are some parts of sadness on like how some parts which are called fate it's very hard to change. Whichever the parts are called fate, which happens in every single timeline. So he goes into multiple timelines just to change something which is happening everywhere. Like one character's death is happening again and again and again. She dies in different ways and in different like parts. So like if something is written as like she might die from a drug, or she might be killed by some like shots or something like that, or like bulgari or something natural cause or something like that kills her. So he tries to like protect her again and again, and he tries to catch up to the prime timeline where she doesn't die, but there was other consequences. If she doesn't die, someone else dies. So it's really fascinating. There are like one episode is a special, so many people don't watch it. Usually it's not a special, it's just the normal episode. They try to fix all the timelines in one episode, so it's a good ending. You should watch every like episode of this one. It's like not filler episode. There are no filler episodes in Steins Gate, which is very interesting. The whole like series is very interesting. Now we would go from character to character because I already fuck up the script I wrote about it. I have put out the script that what it says and what it shows and what is the funny thing about it, outro, intro, and clips and all. But I don't know why, but I like to speak as whatever comes in my mind, and I just like to speak about the stuff I like. So it is what it is. So yeah, one of the other characters which was very fascinating to me in Steins Gate is what's her name? I don't. Kurisu. I forget many of the anime names as in general because I watch so many animes, and after some time, and also I am very bad with names. So Kurisu, she's the scientist, which is like she's basically a genius. He says that nothing is like possible. Whatever stuff you are trying to meddle with time, it's kind of dangerous, and also it's not possible. So yeah, she was not main character but like main female lead in the show, which is very interesting. Interesting is the concept of like she is also Sundari, means like yeah, I love you. I don't love you or anything, but it means like I love you or something like that. It's freaking awesome. The thing more interesting about her is just like she's a genius. She tries to like support emotionally and like even like in some technical terms support the main character Hyoin Kyoma, because Hyoin Kyoma is also amazing. It's freaking awesome. The other fascinating thing about this anime was this, my favorite character. He seems like awesome, right? I said he. Yeah, he's a guy. So the fascinating thing about it is like many of the anime have this kind of trope there where it shows very feminine guys, which is freaking awesome, which is awesome as in like femboy community and it's also transgender community. This is freaking awesome. This was like awesome in the sense of he was one of the cutest guy in the show. He is a guy, but like when Hyoin Kyoma tries to change all these like timeline stuff, he also tries to tell that stuff to many of the other people, all the people who are like over here in the next line. This guy is like main side character, which is always like beside Hyoin Kyoma. He is his best friend, which is very interesting, like very good. And I don't need to spoil too much, but like they try to change the food intake of her mother in order to make her his hormones different when he was born. It's very interesting, very fascinating. So these are all the things which could be like which we could change in every single thing we do. So even if I like the meaning of the thing is, even if I like try to eat a one particular different meal in my day or do a one particular different thing when on which I do generally, many things in the world can change. The entire future timeline could change by just one different thing. Imagine how many aspects of our life we can do this, and many of our life and the future things could change. Like imagine you are not planning to do something and you do it, or you might not do it, and what things are changed in the future. You might also like lurk into your past and see that many things have changed by just not going somewhere. It turns out to be very good for you in long term. You can see those things, not the bad stuff, but like the good stuff. Many of the good stuff comes out of it if by doing something or not doing something. Any small task. It's not like the big task like working out or like grinding or some shit like that. Just a small task, just going somewhere or not going somewhere, just to be somewhere at the right time. That was kind of it for the plot and the anime Steins Gate. So Steins Gate is fascinating because it says that every single thing we do in our life can lead us to different points in future. Every single step we take has a different outcome, which could be what we like or what we don't like. Every single step matters in some way, or it doesn't matter in some way, but like in this series it always matters in some way. Every small things change, so like it's very interesting. It also depicts that like it changes the thing from the phone to puts out a mail in past or future, which changes the timeline. But this could also like be put in our own life, and that's why it's very interesting to just like get this and just understand this concept, because this makes our like IRL life in real life very interesting. It makes us see the world from different eyes. Like, damn, we could do something, a small thing, which could also change the thing. Throwing a dice on like 5 or 6, like yeah, there could be different realities where I dropped 6 and I became a billionaire, and there could be one other dice where I become a poor road street beggar, which could be very fascinating to just imagine. Different kinds of imagination capabilities and all the other stuff, which we could like see and experience in Steins Gate, and also like put it in the perspective, and it expands our imagination, which is very great. That's why this series is named one of the best animes of all time. Just give it a watch, it's very fascinating. And I would be seeing you guys in next video. Whatever like any kind of anime related topic you want me to like comment on or review, just comment in the description and I would be seeing through it. If it's awesome, we will talk about that. We will definitely talk about it. Thanks for watching this video till the end, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.